y'all, welcome back. It's Luna Negra. Thank you for watching. So today we're going to be talking about a serious issue that really needs to be discussed. Before we start, let's just get this out of the way. Let's talk about our Uncle Kanye. Kanye, if you hear this message, if you see this message, please go to your doctor, get 100 milligrams of Seroquel and 600 milligrams of lithium stat right away. I know personally what a bipolar manic episode looks like. I have an immediate family member who has the same bipolar disorder, so I'm not trying to make fun of you in any way. I just know, we all know what's going on, what the deal is. So anyway, I was inspired to make this video because I remembered a conversation that I had with someone that I know. This gentleman is a black male. He used to be my supervisor. He's in his 30s. He's married to a black woman. Okay, so far everything sounds normal. He seems well adjusted and given his position and everything. So let me give you guys a backstory. At work, he would constantly talk about his obsession with Latinas and how he was racist against black women, kind of making a joke out of it, but he was pretty serious and we all knew he was serious. So I decided to send him this video about a black woman. You know, she basically was telling black men, hey, you know, you need to get it together. So I'm going to read you guys our conversation on Facebook, okay? So I sent him the video and he goes, really, my view is I prefer chicas in my next life. Need someone with good credit to match my credit so we both can get far. And then he tries to flirt and says, in your case, you good, you have a little chica in you. And I go, my ethnicity is Hispanic, true, but my race is black. Like, let's just make that clear. And I said, just thought I'd share some, knowledge with you. And he goes, for the record, ain't you married to a white man? He's Mexican. No, he doesn't claim white. So he basically tries to use that to try to minimize the situation and make it as like an excuse, for his poor words. And he goes, so why is it wrong for a black man to start looking at white women now? The fact that you made the assumption that all black women have bad credit proves my point. It is the stereotyping that is killing our culture, black culture, especially amongst ourselves. Like, we're our own worst enemies sometimes because we just, we be about the bullshit, which is, again, what I'm going to talk about more later on. But he just keeps going on to say most black women have bad credit. You can't take them around white people because they are embarrassing you. And then he's saying majority is his point. So he's basically saying majority of black women are like this. Okay? And I keep trying to go through with him, say no, not majority, you don't know every black woman. And he keeps going back to, oh, what's wrong with my preference? What's wrong with my preference? And he's just not getting it, okay? So that's basically how that conversation went. And so that was in 2015. Today I decided to do a little experiment. Today is October 17th, 2018. I decided to do a little experiment given, the state of this country and how more and more of us are seemingly more conscious and aware of the things, that's going on or that's been going on. And I say, hi, how's the wife? Wanted to follow up with you and see if you still feel the same way about black women. I was straightforward, like no time for small talk, okay? And he goes, I'll answer that in a few. Okay. He comes back, okay, now I'm ready to answer. And he says, I think back then you misunderstood my point about how I feel about black, darker skinned women. Yes, I do have a preference on women that I would date. We all do. Yes, I prefer to date light-skinned or Hispanic women, but it's my preference. My daughter is black, my wife is light-skinned Jamaican, so I don't have no ill feeling about any black women, just what I like to date. If you do a study on black American women and let's say black Honduran women, you'll find a lot of differences culture-wise. If I were to pick one of the two, definitely I would go with the Honduran women. We would have more in common than the other way around. Okay, so now he is talking about black women who were raised in different cultures. Obviously, yes, there will be cultural differences, but let's just see what he really means about that. And then so I said my issue was not with your preference, it was the negative reasons why you said you had those preferences. For example, you said I prefer Latinas because black women are loud and have bad credit. And I said, do you still feel that black women in general have bad credit? He goes, majority does. And if you know that, the educated ones like yourself is a small percentage. We can admit to that. Cubans are loud, but black Americans are more to what I am referring to. So he keeps trying to separate me from women who are, just American, because like as I told you guys before, my parents are from Honduras. They came here. I'm a first generation American, but he keeps trying to separate me from black people who have been here because of slavery, which is just ridiculous because we all have the same experience. Like, you do know that there were slaves in Honduras too. Like, they went through all the Americas, North America, South America, Central America. Like, the slave ships made several stops. So my family just happened to adapt more to, the Spanish speaking culture with, Spanish culture and tradition and values and things. And that's not to say that that is better, because I have a lot of gripes with the Hispanic community, and I will be making a video on that. I have a lot of issues with that, which kind of molded me to the kind of woman that I am today. And I'll definitely talk to you guys more about that in a next video. So he basically says that black American women are not mostly educated. He basically is calling us mostly uneducated, okay? And I tell him, I'm like, you do know that black women are literally the most college educated group in America. Like, this is a fact, y'all. Like, you can Google it, okay? Out of all the subgroups, out of all races, genders, black women hold the most college degrees. Therefore, they are the most educated, okay? And he was like, oh, I'm not debating that. I have an ex, has a PhD. He's very educated, but there's still that side till today you cannot get out of her, even her speech she was given when she received her PhD. Okay, so get what out of her? That's what I ask. Cause like, I'm like, what are you talking about? Is he talking about Ebonics, black vernacular, like the way we, cause I speak slang too, like I be, and again, he tries to say, he said, no, that's not what I meant. I speak the same way. And I'm like, okay, but that's what you said. So what the hell are you talking about? So I'm still giving him, a chance to explain himself. He's still not understanding. He's saying, how do I insult black women when my daughter is black? Please tell me. Because I have a preference on who I date? Wow. Like, he's just not getting it. Again, this man is a dark-skinned black man who is married to a black, light-skinned woman and have a black child, yet he says he prefers dating light skin or Latinas. Okay, so what if his daughter is dark like him? What is he gonna say to her? Is he gonna tell her, oh, make sure you marry and have kids with a white man so that your kids don't come out dark like daddy? What are you teaching her? What are you saying? And I again reiterate, well, you keep making sweeping false, okay, emphasis on false. You keep making false generalizations about us, okay? Again, this is not about your preference. Like, he's just not getting it. And then he goes, I have never said not educated. Okay, like you literally just said the educated ones like yourself is a small percentage. Did he not say that? And then he says, okay, whatever you say, but I have not insulted black women. I just speak on my preference, that's all. Okay. So that's that. Okay. I'm not gonna lie. There are quite a few of us out there, black men and black women, because this is not just on black men, it's also black women also, who share the same mindset as this man, okay? And we need to fix that. Like, we need to stop it, because it's ridiculous. Like, sure, you can like who you like, but don't go dragging down your race to try to make it, you know, as a reason why, like as an excuse to why. Like, it's okay, again, I'm going to reiterate, it's okay to like what you like, but don't drag down black men or black women in the process. Like, oh, I'm dating a white boy because black men are thugs, criminals, whatever. Like, no, sis, no, because there are white men who ain't shit, okay? So yeah, it's ridiculous. The self-hate needs to stop. We need to stop it. We need to see our beauty. We need to look in the mirror and see what we have been blessed with. This amazing hair, this gorgeous melanin, these gorgeous features, which people pay for, by the way. We need to stop it. Like, we need to stop it. And there's those of us who like to automatically dismiss those of us who are still lost, who are still drinking the white supremacy Kool-Aid, you know, truly believing that light skin is better, because this is what we've been taught from generation to generation. But I'm here to tell you, we need to break the curse. We need to break the generational curse, okay? I need you to tell your aunties, tell your uncles, tell your mommy, tell your daddy, tell your grandma, your grandpa. I need you to correct them when they make these statements like, oh, don't stay outside too long, you're gonna get too dark. Tell them, dark is beautiful. I'm beautiful in whatever shade. And then they'll probably stop and think about what they're saying, because we say these things without even realizing what we're saying. Like, this man doesn't even know what he's really saying. Like, he doesn't even see it. And there's many of us that don't see it, you know? It's an issue. It's like, how are you going to help somebody with a problem when they don't even know they have a problem in the first place? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's an issue, and we need to break the generational curse. So stay tuned for my next video. I will be talking to white people directly. It'll be titled Dear White People, so stay tuned for that. Thank you for watching. I hope you subscribe to my channel if you like this content. And peace out.